Hello, the title of this video is Cards You Outdealt With. In this video I'll be going over what I mean by cards you're dealt with. Now this is in regards to your circumstances of existence of life and the cards you dealt with, meaning things in life that you have been dealt with. I mean, like circumstances between where you're born, who raised you, the environment that's around you, the conditions that you were born with. All these things are things that you're dealt with. Some people are dealt. Every person on the planet is dealt with certain type of cards. It's what to do with that cards then is the question. Do they of the mindset around it, like. So I do pray that this video might be of help to you as it came on to me of having interaction with loved ones and the circumstances and things, because every person goes through trials and tribulations. Every person has struggles to deal with, and these are the cards they're dealt with. When we're born in this world, we have no choice of how we're born into this world. The dynamics you're born into, the family group you belong with, the society or culture you're brought up with, all these things are cards you're dealt with. But you have a choice then of how you respond to these cards. You can either play them in a more productive and creative way, or you can just not at all, or you could become extremely bitter and be always like complaining about everything and saying that everything's against you and have a very negative mindset about things. And then you ask yourself, how is that in any way productive, getting yourself out of any particular situation? Truth isn't. If anything, it's just like looking at a card and just realising and just complaining about the card. That's all basically what you're doing. Instead of like saying, okay, how can I use all these kind of circumstances in a way that hopefully can be more of a benefit to myself and those around me? How can I use the God-given abilities that God has given me to be a blessing towards others? And it's kind of having that mindset of how the cards you're dealt with. It's finding peace in the circumstances you're dealt with, the cards you're dealt with. Or you can be someone that constantly complains about everything and saying everything's against me, and then you go around other people and you constantly talk about that to everyone you encounter, or you react to circumstances in your life. If that becomes a consistent pattern, then that's a consistent pattern that you're not doing so well with the cards you're dealt. Your reaction is only adding more pain and suffering towards yourself than self-reflecting and trying to use it in a more productive way. Come to terms with cards dealt with is very hard, because it has to come having peace, come to terms with peace within yourself. So the circumstances are things that may be out of control, but the things of how you react is in your control, and that's what it means by how you deal with the cards you've been dealt with. Yeah, so sadly, majority of people have this reactionary approach with what they're dealt with, and it's always in a very negative, destructive way in of how to use their time, because everything's correlated with each other. How you use your time is correlated to the actions you take, has consequences and actions, that there's a pattern in that merges. If you're often using the cards you're dealt with unwisely, I just use like card metaphor because I find cards quite fascinating. So it's best way to try to best I can explain like circumstances, like your health issues. You start these things out. Some of it is in your control, some of it isn't in control. Some of it's genetic, some of it's self-inflicted. So if you eat a lot of processed food, you end up getting very sick over it. That's something that you're in control of. You're in control of what you put into your mouth. Now, that said, there's some things that some people who cards are dealt very badly, and I often say it's about self-reflecting on the bigger picture of things. You have people who, what I will call, complain about first world problems. I know there's a famous video by a comedian about it. I think it's Weird Al Yankovic, but it's so like true. You have people who are in the Western world who are blessed with so many blessings that they don't see it, and they don't realize that there's people in this world that have been dealt a harsher hand, and yet they're more grateful for a hand that they're dealt with that's way more devastating to them than someone that has dealt more blessings and don't use it. To me, that itself is deeply tragic. Like you have, as I'm talking now, I have loved ones because I love everyone. They're all related to me. God created everyone. So there's three reasons why I love everyone. So that gives me the mindset of love is that God created everyone, God died for everyone, and I'm related to everybody. So that's why three reasons why I love everyone to the best that I can. And at times I fall short because I fall in sinful condition. It's me. So it's often I had loved ones they were dealt with more harsher hand. And yet they had more perseverance. You have people who are hit with a severe illness and they find peace in it. And then you have people complain that they lost their phone or they lost keys or they complain about materialistic things or that thing was more expensive than it should have been. At that very moment, there's literally people breathing the last breath and dying. You have people, so it's that self-awareness to have that no matter how bad you think you've been dealt in life, very important to remember, there was people, billions of people out there that are dealt a way harsher hand in existence, and yet they have more humility and peace with the cards they're dealt with, and that's something that all of us could learn from. So no matter what you're going through, remember someone out there has it worse. Someone's drawn the last breath of existence, and I pray for where the souls are going, because I do not know, because I just pray they're saved. Well, all I can do is pray. So remember that you have a choice of how you react to situations. You have a choice of how you deal with what you're dealt with. And constantly having this victim mindset is never going to help you. And I witnessed that with people personally. I myself had that when I was younger, and it's not productive whatsoever. You just end up going in circles and you get stuck in like a circular trap where you basically have like a deck of cards and you're just complaining about them, saying, oh, why am I dealt this way? Why am I dealt this hand? And not realising you can just observe and think yourself, okay, what can I use here that can help me in others? Anyway, I do hope this video would help you. I do hopefully maybe in the future, a year from now, God willing, or a couple of months from now, look back at this video and might make some notes and maybe do another video more with thoughts and things more. This is more just trying to get out of my mind the best I can, the best I can explain this. It's the best I can. Thanks for watching this video of the cards you are dealt with.